toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are long.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Unloads it left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Pittsburgh's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab on the left side. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
And everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing upfield and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers, those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
Okay, so they got the completion, but as a quarterback, you really want to avoid taking hits like that. I'm sure it's fine now, but those kind of hits, they can take their toll on you after 4 quarters.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Denson. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
To throw, it's Gibbs. That's reeled in, it's Isaac. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That draft.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. The Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
He's in open space downfield. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Gibbs. He's got him this time. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Panthers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got the quick pass. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. First and goal from the 4 as they try to break the seal on the scoring. Quarterback making checks. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Pitt! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Breaks into the open. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wilson to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds space on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking,
and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
and that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds us back in the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Gibbs. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Looking for space. It's Denson. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Going to swing it on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. The Wolfpack line up, facing third and approximately half a mile. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Denson. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Gibbs. Under fire. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wilson will throw. Quick completion on the out. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's McIntyre. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Gibbs. Moving away from pressure. Into the end zone. looking to get it in. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it out. It's McIntyre. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Makes the grab. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll run the option. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, down to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often, because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give from the gun. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Wilson to pass. He wants it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Safe completion on the screen. Plows through the defense. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Calls his own number. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Back to pass, it's Gibbs. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
Yeah, defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And that one will give them the lead.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
There he goes! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Off-play action on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Hauls it in. Oh, he got loose. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. They boot it away. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Going with the ground game left. And he's got enough for a first see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
The play action fake. It's complete on the right side.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quick release on the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. Just keeps moving. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. And good timing, good decision by the quarterback getting it out quick.
Fielded in the end zone. It's McIntyre. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Gibbs. He's got it down the middle. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Isaac.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That pass not close as he got thrilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Wilson will throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Isaac. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a 1st down like they did right there.
Wants to throw again. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Arizona State dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite quarterbacks from Jake Plummer to Brock Osweiler, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wilson to pass. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab on the shot. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical...
He's got it! Touchdown, NC State! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Lining up to add another. Oh, they block it. Picks it up. That's a live ball. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. He takes it all the way back for the 2.
Man, you talk about going from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. You score, you take the lead, you go for the extra point. By the way, you're up 1. I don't know why you want to be up 2. You want to be up 3, so you probably should have gone for 2. But the defense comes through with a big block, returns it, and they get all the momentum back right on their side.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give to the back. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Back to pass, it's Gibbs. He's got his man. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Here's a heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And after taking the lead, guys, we still have a big finish coming. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He wants a big play here late. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They move on top here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. Makes the grab. It's Smith. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A full dive to haul that one in. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls.
Touchdown, Panthers. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
He'll set up to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal, obviously.
He's got it on the sideline. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Runs for the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Makes this one, and it'll be all tied up in the final minute. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And the try is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that may have been this team's last chance to tie this game. You're trailing with under a minute to go. You just got to give your kicker an opportunity. He tried his best, but unable to convert on that field goal.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.